Alabama Senator Katie Britt. Senator Britt, thank you, ma'am. Well, thanks for coming back to the show. You know, we had Newt Gingrich on just a few moments ago, and he talked about Kamala Harris as a, quote, San Francisco Democrat, ultra-liberal Democrat. That's a phrase that goes way back in time, 1984. The great Jeane Kirkpatrick, former ambassador for Reagan, who was a Democrat, said she left the party because of the liberal San Francisco Democrats. And I think, you know, as Newt always does, he kind of hit it on the head. You can go through all the issues: economy, inflation, crime, of course, the open border, housing costs, interest rates, two foreign wars. I mean, Ms. Harris, I don't get personal. It's not about personal. It's about policy. But she has taken positions as Biden's co-pilot, but also as senator, way to the left of even the Biden administration, it seems to me.
Look, I mean, Kamala Harris has failed miserably as the Vice President of the United States. First, obviously, there are very few jobs that she actually has, but the ones they have given her, she has proven that she's not up to the task. You think about the border. You mentioned it yourself. She was the self-proclaimed, and Biden gave her the responsibility of being the border czar. What do we have? We have the worst border crisis in our nation's history. Now, contrast that with the fact that she actually inherited the most secure border of all time because of President Trump and because of his policies. You think about the ceremonial things she's supposed to do, like standing in for the president when he cannot. She was not even there to greet Netanyahu there on the tarmac. And then you think about today. Here we have Prime Minister Netanyahu giving a joint address. She is supposed to be presiding over that, and she chose to attend a conference instead. And look, Larry, I have no issue with her attending a conference, but the truth is that conference was 5 days long. She could have chosen to go at any time. You know, they would have accommodated the vice president whenever she could make it, but yet she chose to do that instead of standing here with Israel, showing that, in fact, she does not. She is with the far left wing of her party and could not even show up to stand with our great ally Israel today.
You know, I didn't know about that conference was 5 days long. I did not know that. That's very good information. The other thing, Senator Britt, you're going to be our economic expert. I mean, as far as the vice president is concerned, you look at her track record. Obviously, the 20% rise in inflation during the Biden term, she was his co-pilot. She signed on to the spending bill. She was the deciding vote for the misnamed Inflation Reduction Act. But also, she's a huge regulator. I mean, I'm just going, again, this is not personal. I'm just going down her policies. She's very much in favor of regulating business. She's very much in favor of raising taxes on successful earners and businesses. And she's totally opposed to anything about fossil fuels that might bring down energy costs and might help our national security overseas. Again, I'm not getting personal here. These are economic issues she's going to have to defend. What do you think?
Oh, completely. And let's not forget that she said she wants to make sure that every migrant who comes here illegally has all of the financial benefits and opportunities that an American citizen has. So she keeps going. You mentioned, obviously, energy. She is of the mindset that America should produce none, essentially. We need to be not only energy independent, we need to be energy dominant, and she just doesn't get it. You and I know that that not only drives down cost for everyday Americans, whether we're talking about when they go to the grocery store or the gas pump or anything in between, but we also know we need to do it for national security purposes. She has not wrapped her head around that. In fact, her policies are even more liberal than Joe Biden. People need to wake up, go listen to what she has said, listen to her track record, and you will see that she is left of left. She is not what America needs. America doesn't need to become California. We need the good common sense policies of Donald Trump, securing our border, creating stable prices, and actually achieving peace through strength.
You know, it's important linkage. I've not heard Ms. Harris talk about, I actually had never heard her talk much about foreign policy in general. But to your point, Senator Britt, if you produce more energy, just more, okay, produce more coal, produce more oil, produce more, natural gas is the ultimate winner, I think. You're going to put more supplies on the market, the price will fall. When the price falls, Iran gets hurt, Venezuela gets hurt, Russia gets hurt, And even China gets hurt because China's been buying that oil from all these enemies of ours. So all our enemies would be hurt and the United States would win. Now, I'd love to hear her on that subject. I never have seen a link between energy security and national security.
That's right, and she has a lot of questions to answer, Larry. I mean, she absolutely does, because when we produce less too, it allows our adversaries to hold our allies in the palm of their hand. She's not capable.